Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you don't know me, my name is Sam. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, and today we're going to be talking all about how to fix damaged hair, specifically hair that has been so badly damaged and overprocessed that it is gummy. Maybe you bleached your hair and overdid it and now it's falling out in clumps and you are panicking. I am here for you. I've been there. I am going to share with you what to do, not only based on my professional experience, but personal experience. Okay, so first things first, there's no way to take hair that has been completely destroyed and now feels like spaghetti and turn it back into luscious, beautiful, perfectly healthy hair. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, but hopefully you're not going to have to just shave all your hair off and start from scratch, okay? This is what I want you to do. Go get yourself Olaplex, the number 3 treatment. This is a hair reconstructor. It's going to create synthetic bonds that replicate natural hair bonds, and it's just going to restructure your hair and give your hair some support. Think of like the foundation of a house and like the beams in a house. This is your beams. Now this works wonders, but it's not a magic wand, so it's gonna help a lot depending on how bad your hair is. You want to apply this to damp hair, so just spray your hair down with some water and apply this, fully saturate it, and just let it sit. The directions on the back of the bottle say to leave it on for a minimum of 10 minutes. I suggest leaving it as long as you possibly can. But you don't want to sleep with it in your hair overnight because you don't want to be sleeping on wet hair. And we'll get to that in a minute. And then rinse it out in cool water. You do not want to be using hot water on your hair anymore, at least for the next few weeks. Let it air dry. For the first week, you want to continue doing this treatment 2 to 3 times. Do not shampoo it. Don't condition it. Don't do anything to it. Rinse it out in cold water. Put the treatment on. Let it sit for a couple hours. Rinse it out in cool water. Let it air dry. That's it for the first week. You want to touch your hair as little as possible. If you have to go out into the world and you need your hair to be presentable, I would take the Olaplex treatment, leave it in your hair, and then just pull it back gently into a low bun, wrap it up very gently. You don't want to be tugging on your hair and applying a lot of friction and tension because you're just gonna snap it off. And get yourself a loose, silky scrunchie. You can get these on Amazon. I will put a link in the description. Get a scrunchie like this, wrap it up, low, soft, loose bun whenever you have to leave the house. When you're sleeping, I would do the low bun with the silk scrunchie and then either wear a bonnet or wrap your hair in a silky scarf when you're sleeping. That way, if you're tossing and turning throughout the night, you're not rubbing against your pillowcase, or if you can get a silk pillowcase, that's great too. But you just want to make sure that your hair is protected and it's not going to be going all over the place, rubbing up on your pillow, getting all tangled, because that's just going to break it off. After the first week or so, you can start washing it again. I highly suggest getting the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. I promise this video is not sponsored by Olaplex. It works, and this is what I have used on my hair when it was severely damaged. So the number 4 shampoo, the number 5 conditioner. If you're using cheap drugstore stuff, stop. Stop it right now. That's fine if your hair is healthy, but if your hair is really damaged, the cheap drugstore stuff is just going to make it worse. So it's time to invest in better products. So get this as your shampoo and conditioner. I would only wash your hair once a week. I would try to avoid doing anything more than that, because here's the thing. When your hair is wet, it's at its most fragile state no matter what, even healthy hair. But now, when it's super damaged and compromised to begin with, and also wet, it is like wet tissue paper. So try to have it be wet as little as possible. When you get out of the shower, if you can avoid brushing your hair, I would, because again, any kind of like tension on your hair is gonna pull it out. But I would get either like a wet brush, some kind of tangle teaser with like really soft, flexible bristles, or even better, a wide tooth comb. You don't want anything that has really tight teeth. That's going to create a lot of tension on your hair. And don't use heat on it. I know that can be hard, especially if you have like really curly hair and now it's all damaged and some parts are straight and look crazy and it's just a hot mess. You probably very badly want to run a flat iron through your hair. Don't blow dry it. Don't put a flat iron on it. Don't curl it. Leave it. Pull it back in your little soft loose bun. Let it air dry. The thing is, your hair's not gonna look great for a while, but your options are either, like I said, shave your head and start from scratch, or wait a few weeks, keep it in a low bun, put a hat on, and baby your hair, and then hopefully be able to salvage most of it. I would keep doing the number 3 treatment every time you wash your hair until this bottle is completely finished. So yeah, that's what you just want to continue doing, at least I would say for 2 weeks. After the 2-week mark, I would reassess and I would see how bad the damage is at that point. You're going to want to go get a haircut at some point because, like I've said, you're not going to be able to restore your hair back to full health. So you want to cut off that damaged hair, but the goal is obviously try to treat it at home first and nurse it back to some type of strength so that way you don't have to cut all of it off. But once it gets to the point where, okay, it's feeling a little bit better, it's feeling a little bit stronger, it's not all falling out in clumps anymore, then go get a haircut and see if you can get away with just cutting a little bit off. But make sure that you continue going in for haircuts. You don't want to cut it yourself at home unless you are using professional hair cutting shears. If you're just using like some kitchen scissors or regular paper scissors, that's just gonna create more breakage and more split ends, and it's not gonna help. You want to make sure when you are getting your cut, it's a nice clean cut and it's done with the proper tools. Make sure that you start regularly, at least every 4 to 6 weeks, go and get a little bit more cut off the ends so that way your hair can start to grow out and you can eventually cut all the damaged stuff off. You don't want to leave it on there because even if it is feeling a little bit better, the integrity is still not gonna ever be 100%. It will start breaking again over time, and you don't want the damage and the breakage to just keep, moving up the hair strand and then it be all like gross and uneven on the ends. So keep up with your haircuts. I know it can be a pain and it's a lot of money, but it's what you need to do now if you want to get your hair healthy again. Also, this should go without saying, but don't do any chemical processes to it. Just stop. Stop. I would wait several months to a year. Once your hair has grown out a good amount and most of the damage is gone, then you'll be safe to start coloring it again, but I would not color it, bleach it, anything like that. So, to recap, the first week, you want to not wash your hair, not do anything to it. Just leave it be. All you want to do is the Olaplex number 3 treatment. Leave it on for a few hours at a time. Rinse it in cool water. Sleep with your hair in a bonnet or a silky scarf. And only ever wear it in a low, loose bun with a loose, silky scrunchie. After the first week, you can start washing it again, but I would only wash once a week at the most. When you do wash it, use the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. Try to avoid brushing your hair, but when you do brush it, use a wide tooth comb or a wet brush, something with flexible bristles, and let it air dry. Do not apply heat to your hair. Also, do not sleep on it when it's wet. Let it air dry first, then put it in a low loose bun, bonnet, or silky scarf when you're sleeping. Do not use super hot water when you're washing your hair. Do not do any more chemical treatments to your hair. After the first 2 weeks, go get a haircut and then just continue getting regular haircuts every 4 to 6 weeks. So yeah, just be as gentle as you possibly can with it. Let it try to, heal and repair, and hopefully you will be able to nurse your hair back to health and not have to cut all of it off. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. But I hope that this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up so other people can find this, and hopefully it'll help them as well. And if you're looking for more hair tips and tricks and tutorials, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I will see you really soon in my next video. Bye guys, and good luck.